All right, there is a match that is to be played too, and we need to set that on up for you. How do the sides match up to each other? So we spoke to someone who not only has been an integral part of memorable India-Pakistan face-offs over in the past, in fact, garnered a whole fan base across the border, but will also be commentating on the match at Nassau in the heart of the action. Take a look at this special interview. It's the day of the India-Pakistan encounter, and who better to set this clash up for us than someone who himself has been part of so many such matches, not just in India but also in Pakistan, and also won a lot of hearts over from the rival fans as well. Joining me and across live from the heart of the whole battle at New York is L. Balaji. Thank you so much for giving us time, Bala. It's always a pleasure speaking to you and speaking cricket more than anything else.
Thanks, Rupa. Thanks for having me in your show, and it is fantastic. Yeah, yes, first time we are going to witness India-Pakistan in New York. It's going to be electrifying. Yeah, so it's going to be amazing start for the tournament because none other than like if not Pakistan-India match, definitely it would have been a different story. But without Pakistan-India match, there is no cricket is played, especially when it comes to World Cup. So definitely the biggest brand of world cricket will be India-Pakistan match. So it is good to start that match here. So it'll be interesting match, and a lot of crowd will be expected. A lot of securities will be expected here. So everybody is a little bit looking forward for the game.
You know, the first thing I have to ask you, we obviously have seen so much of cricket across the world, but what is cricket in USA like? What's it like?
See, at the moment, they are just a beginners. I would not say like, they have already reached a mid optimal level. They are behind a little bit because they have built a stadium within 100 days because there is no place available. At the same time, they're expecting a crowd to be like when it comes to World Cup, they will be expecting a lot of crowds. So they built a stand. Temporary stands, and it is you have to give credit to the way how they have built the stadium because 35,000 capacity within 100 days, it's not easy. This was a park, Nassau County, and they used the park and built that stadium. And wicket, especially wicket, normally you get to see in cricket, normally you play in a traditional grounds. What the tradition which never happened in New York. This is the first experience with cricket. So it is going to be new. Yes, they are learning their, the little bit from their own experience. Even groundsmen, organizers, and US Cricket Association, the host, and everybody is learning from here. It'll be an interesting start for them.
Yes, you know, you kind of hit the nail on the head when you're speaking of certain other things that's taking precedence over this whole clash. But I have to take you back to, I think, the first day when you landed. I was able to catch some pictures and also a few lives that you managed to do. How is the security? Is that something that they're grappling with as well, Bala? The whole issue of security, it's something new for them, like you were mentioning. So is the whole event of not understanding how big a moment or following that an Indian cricket team has, so security becomes very, very critical. Has there been issues? You know, we hear that you had to walk quite a stretch to get to the ground. What was that like?
5 miles before the security starts, your car will be stopped asking for that permission and that kind of accreditation which we normally get as a media broadcaster.
Yeah.
So you have to show that, they have to go through that. First day was a little bit a beginning for them also. That was a little bit of a recce because it was a warm-up game. They are doing a little bit of recce. What kind of expectation they will be expecting when it comes to the big event like India-Pakistan, where the crowds will be coming from different part of the country. So they are doing a lot of precautionary steps, and there was Z security like bomb squad. This has never seen. The Nassau County and New York has never seen these kind of security. They are prepared for the best security in the history of New York City. So that is what exactly we are witnessing World Cup. At the same time, they have been ultra, cautious when it comes to the security side. That is little bit you're not used to it. In India, you walk through, you can show your face and walk through. Here nothing happens. You have to be waiting guard and making sure they will scan you.
Yeah.
They don't care whether you are a cricketer or a superstar. They don't give a damn. You have to wait and follow the process here.
Right, Bala. And also the one thing that I'm waiting to ask you, and I'm sure you've been asked this and everyone has, what's it going to be like, or what has it been like batting on those drop-in pitches in Nassau? Is it as bad as everyone makes it to seem?
Yes, as a bowler, I will not complain. But for batsmen and a good cricket, if you want to see a good cricket, even 10, T20 has characteristics, and T20's got a flavor of good ball and bat
Yeah.
competition. So, more ball dominant, I will not say. It is more pitch dominant. Pitch is a little bit playing a little bit up and down, and
Yeah.
it is not consistent. And they're also early. They've used that no hybrid pitch method, that is drop-in pitch method, where you get to see in Australia and England and some of the countries where they play other sports in the particular ground. They shift
Yes.
the wicket to access the other sports to play during winter. So this is what they tried. They don't have a access here to prepare a wicket. They brought in a clay from Adelaide and they just transported to Florida, Florida to New York.
Yeah.
So it also took a big kind of traveling when it comes to that raw material. So it has to adapt also. So they're trying out their best. They're putting their best foot forward. All the groundsmen and the ground staffs and the curator and everyone. But still, it is in an early stage. Nobody able to guess because they have not played any matches before this
Yeah.
to understand how it's going to behave. So this is the first experience straight away into the World Cup.
Spoken like a true pace bowler who I'm sure would have had a lot of fun bowling on such tracks. But let's get to the action, Bala. India versus Pakistan. India coming in with a certain set of decisions, a few senior hands there. And, we saw someone like Rishabh Pant coming in at 3. Let's look at their side first. Were you happy with the kind of thinking that they have going into the playing 11?
Very happy, very happy. Probably they've before coming to the USA, they have had a different mindset of bringing in two wrist spinners plus two orthodox spinners when it comes to spin department. But after seeing the wicket, probably third seamer, one choice have been a little bit adjusted with getting in Siraj in place of Kuldeep Yadav.
Right.
It is a must because of the condition. So they altered that. As you progress with the tournament, as you move forward with the tournament, you may probably see a little bit of tinkering in that particular phase where depends on the wicket where they play. At the same time, Rishabh Pant coming in the top will give you access. Otherwise, your middle order will be loaded with left-handers. So Rishabh Pant moving up is a good sign where he can play a little bit. He has given that freedom to play and express himself on the field to get that kind of aggression mode of cricket. So it is good to see India as a balanced 5-3-3. So 5 primary batters, 3 all-rounders, and 3 primary bowlers. So it is good to see this combination getting inside and putting the brand of cricket what we have witnessed against Ireland.
If you look at the Pakistan side, of course, they will be starting their campaign as well. And it's not been a very happy last few months. There's been so much happening. How much of that affects what goes on the field? Because we had a shift in captaincy. Shaheen Shah Afridi was instated. Then Babar Azam has come back now. They've got Gary Kirsten there. That's ought to do a lot. But what will their mindset be like having seen all the ups and downs that they've gone through over the last few months, Bala?
Definitely, Pakistan is a transition phase when it comes to the team, which they have got plenty of talent. When it comes to talent alone, they have got a lot of youngsters making the mark and getting opportunity. At the same time, the system and the management side, there have been a lot of changes. They've changed the selector, they've changed the management, they've changed the coach recently. So that gets a lot of time to adapt, to understand how the kind of playing method they're going to follow. So Gary Kirsten has come in. So we all know what Gary Kirsten is capable of doing with the Indian team experience. So he's a good man management guy. So of course they will be having a lot of understanding how this coach, captain, leadership group, and the players what kind of a role. It will take some time, but at the same time, this is the best place to be in as a cricketers to put their best foot forward. World Cup is something which they normally, from childhood, they will be dreaming to play. So this is the greatest opportunity for them to begin also.
If you're looking at matchups within this, there are quite a few interesting matchups, owing that the pitch lends to that contest and gives it some air to breathe, oxygen to breathe. What is the one contest between bat and ball that you are really looking forward to on Sunday?
Virat Kohli with the Pakistan bowlers. And
Mohammad
Rohit
Amir, why
Sharma,
not?
Virat Kohli opening combination against Pakistan bowlers is the one which is going to define the match. So it is more likely it is the 50%, 40% of the two greatest players in white ball and red ball cricket at the same time. Very good fast bowling unit. It's going to be an interesting battle.
If I had to ask you and put you on the spot to pick who has the edge to this face-off, given that the pitch probably has the biggest edge. Who has the edge in this one, and because of what, or whom? What would your answer be?
India, of course, because of the selection, is fearless selection they made. They didn't compromise on their kind of mindset. They wanted to go into this World Cup. Yeah. Their mindset is very clear. They don't want to take a conservative option of getting in Yashasvi Jaiswal and putting number 3 in Virat Kohli. That would have been a more conservative. But I like the way they've started the campaign with the aggressive mindset, having 3 all-rounders, batting till 8, 6 bowling options, 5 top order batsmen, and Virat and Rohit taking that chunk in the front. So it is going to be that kind of a formula. I like that. So that is why I'm, with the cricketing perspective, I'm shifting towards India. As far as heart and mind, it is always going to be India, because having played plenty of cricket against Pakistan, it is going to be emotional handling. This team is capable of handling emotions. So that is one way I look at it. A little bit edge for India. Toss is going to be very crucial. Yes, wicket is playing a little bit of here and there, but it is going to be a battle to watch out. If toss goes in the favor of little bit, it is going to be a battle to witness for.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Bala. I think that was really nice. It was nice for you to give us some time as well. Thanks for speaking to First Post here. Always a pleasure, as you know. And enjoy the game. Enjoy the game, of course.
Yeah, looking forward. 9th. Stay tuned.
A first-of-a-kind sports show that's played on a different turf. A first-of-a-kind sports show that will always come up with a winner. Are you looking for perspectives that go beyond the scoreline? Hi, I'm Rupa Ramani, and catch a 360-degree view of the sporting world with me here on First Post in our special First Sports.